Hector Grande, the master of the devil's footwork technique.
I don't know if you're aware. We're the Lords of the Dance. I think we're here. I'm not really sure of the job. I'm pretty sure it's some kind of performance we're doing, some kind of dance that Hector's up to. So if you could just point us to the dance hall and we can get underway.
You did take the job Mr. Renthorn put out there for security to discover threats on the library.
Sounds about right.
As he's caressing your cheek, I want to grab the elf's hand and look up with the clear height difference. And you can't obviously see my eyes through the thick mask, but just my entire tone's going to change and just say, I can't lose anyone again.
Everyone has the same gait. Everyone's walking the same. But your keen adventurous sort of senses go, that's really weird.
It is not beautiful. I shall teach them how to walk.
Hey there, we're back. It's another episode of Sounds Like Adventure. Hey, it's me, Jack. How you going? So today we're starting a very special short campaign called the Grand Library of Grish. So we're going to do something a little bit different this campaign, and Jacob is going to sit in the DM chair, and I'm going to get to be a player alongside Arlo and Derek. So let's have some fun, and let's break down our characters. Let's go to Derek first.
I am going to be playing as Hector Grande, the master of the devil's footwork technique.
So Derek's character is a College of Dance bard. It's one of the most talked about things in the 2024 rules.
Hector is a portly fellow, but he just oozes charisma and just like sex appeal with his unbuttoned silk shirt, pants that are, I'm going to say, like 2 sizes too small. He's got his little flute on his pants, waving, mullety type, perfectly trimmed mustache.
Oof.
Next up is Arlo's character.
Playing as a gnome paladin.
So his name is Thimblebright Shieldheart, and he is basically Hector's bodyguard.
Yeah, I have a very tightly affixed mask covering all of my details, so I don't have to describe myself.
And me, my character's a guy named Vector Lord. He's a former soldier, and he met Hector, right? He was like on some hard luck. He was drinking himself to death in a tavern, and then he saw Hector dancing through the tavern tempest himself. And he just was so moved by his dancing that he decided he was going to follow Hector and be his protector. And together we form the Lords of the Dance. So to start the adventure, the Lords of the Dance have gone to the Grand Library of Grish, one of the great stores of magic and knowledge in this world. Apparently they've been experiencing some disturbances, and the Lords of the Dance are here to cause a disturbance of their own. Alright, that's everything you know for us to dive in, but one last thing before we do. So I thought Vector would have a bunch of honorifics that he used to call Hector, so I made up a D20 table of different titles that I'll roll on throughout the game. But with all that in mind, let's dive in. When we join things, we are just entering the library.
As you push open the heavy, sort of big rune-etched doors of the Grand Library, the world sort of seems to change. From the outside of, a lush green wilderness and city and things like that, as you open those doors, the air temperature drops. It feels cool and sort of calm. Much, much calmer than outside. There's sort of like a faint sort of magical energy in the room, as if someone had just cast a spell, and that sort of just residual magical feeling. And you get those sense of like a library. You get that scent of parchment, of sort of wood and candle wax and all those sorts of things going on. And before you stretches this just giant cavernous hall. The scale of it is enormous. It is beyond it's beyond something you would think walking into this foyer, I guess. And when you do, there's sort of towering bookshelves either side, and there's like spires in the middle of the room that tower up with books all swirled around them and things like that. And the ceiling above is has like this haze, almost like a Milky Way galaxy style thing of just a haze of light that just swirls around the top of the room, giving just this blanketed, uniform light almost across the whole room, which is like somewhat eerie at points, but becomes pretty normal pretty quickly, I think. you would meet at the door sort of middle-aged elf, dark circles under his eyes, and sort of just like a quiet intensity. Like he's very abrupt, and even just standing beside him, you get that vibe of just like get on with it, sort of thing. And he looks at you all. What is it you're after?
Archie, we are here.
I am an archivist. Archie is not a term I would use. What are you doing here?
We're here for the job.
But did you took Renfon's job? I see. Well, he is follow the hallway. He's like third on the left. I know that he has someone in there right now, so you may need to occupy yourself for a little while. Here, and what he does is he reaches down. He would tap. Hector's probably closest to him as he's discussing with Hector. He touches Hector's wrist, and out of Hector's wrist, you see just like a little blue stream come out. And he goes, so that we can find you in the library. It's very easy to get lost here. And do you let him do this, is the question.
I think Thimblebright will interject as Hector's bouncer. Hands off the hot property, thank you, sir.
It touches you instead. Actually, give me a dex save. Let's just give you just a quick dex save.
Dex saving throw. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's a 4?
Lovely. That's beautiful. So as you reach your hand out, you see that the elf is not perturbed at all by you reaching out, and just sort of taps your hand instead and draws that little blue line out of you, and says what he says, and then says, now you out of the way. Both of you, please let me grab your trace.
My what?
Your trace. Just your magical essence so that I can find you should you get lost in the library.
Didn't you just grab my trace?
Yes. No guarantees that you'd stay together.
Guaranteed. The only way me and Hector are parting sides is both of us are dead, and maybe Vector.
Yeah, he's right. Look, Chief. I don't know if you realise here. This is Hector Grande right here. This is. Let me just remember what one of his titles are. Of course, this is. God, this one first. This is Dancetron 4000 himself right here. So I don't know if you're aware. We're the Lords of the Dance. I think we're here. I'm not really sure of the job. I'm pretty sure it's some kind of performance we're doing, some kind of dance that Hector's up to. So if you could just point us to the dance hall and we can get underway.
You did take the job, Mr. Renthorn put out there for security to discover threats on the library.
We took a job, yes.
Sounds about right.
Oh, I'm glad that you all understand.
We'll do a dance like at the same time. I think we'll add it in, throw it in. It's a good deal.
Give me a persuasion roll to see if you can get away with him without
me. I'm persuading. Oh, wait, I don't have a lot of charisma. It's not a great idea.
Can I assist?
I can help.
Yeah.
I can help. I was in the conversation.
So, do I roll persuasion as well?
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Get above a 15. You can give.
Vector got it.
I got a 27.
Beautiful. Yep. Okay. Plus a 13. I forget that we're playing level 10. Anyway, and a 15 anyway from Vector is enough. He says, "Look, as long as you stay together, it is not about tracing you. It is about ensuring your safety. These library halls are very easy to get lost in. There is quite a lot of residual magic in this area, so unforeseen things can happen at points. Is that understood?"
Yep.
I need an okay from each of you.
Crystal clear.
I'll go shh and caress his cheek. It's okay. It is okay. We will not get lost.
He give me a
As he's caressing your cheek, I want to grab the elf's hand and look up with the clear height difference. And you can't obviously see my eyes through the thick mask, but just my entire tone's going to change and just say, I can't lose anyone again.
He just sort of like is like and takes his hand back and he basically he looks at you. Look, I understand that he has sent out this job for you to look for disturbances and find security issues with the library, but I assure you there's nothing unusual happening here. Perhaps you're wasting your time here. I speak to the archivist. I'm sure he'll give you some more detail, but I believe that it is a bit of a goose chase. Come here, look around, get your money, and leave, is my suggestion.
Kind of sounds like the perfect job. We don't even have to do much work.
We can get to the dance way quicker as well in that case.
Exactly.
Sounds like you like
Let Hector
Hector. Do
do
you know
it.
the goose? They're talking about the goose chase. Do you know that move?
Of course, I know the goose chase.
God, silly question. I'm so sorry, Mr. Grande.
Here it is.
I shouldn't have asked. Sorry.
Start doing the goose chase dance.
Yeah, fantastic.
Look at the treat that you guys are in for. This is
As an 18 performance.
Amazing. Even the archivist himself is sort of like he taps his foot along with you dancing. Like you can see that the groove is infectious.
Goose
That's what
chase.
it is. The groove is infectious.
Here, you go there. The goose chase.
But no matter what, you can't catch me. So he says, occupy yourselves, explore a little bit, but I will come get you. I will follow your trace. I will come and get you once Archibald himself is ready.
You have to tip him.
You saw the devil's footwork, did you not?
Tip him.
Were you not moved, my friend?
Give me another persuasion.
I'll give you a persuasion.
Oh my god.
23?
We're derailing this already. That's amazing.
I don't know what I expected.
Pay the goal.
But this is you see
Pay the goal.
you see the archivist like pat himself down and he fishes out a silver coin and he'll put it into Hector's hand very like daintily.
Well, they're cheap around these parts.
Oh, can one of you make well, actually, any of you can make a perception check for me.
Can we
This is
all?
where Hector fails.
Yeah, absolutely. Or you can.
I got a 19.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 21. There you go.
Beautiful.
I got a 26.
Ooh, very good rolling.
As I mentioned before, you guys have been adventurous for quite some time. So you are experienced. You know what to look for. You have done a number of jobs. So it's not surprising that you would notice that every couple of sort of seconds as you're talking to this archivist, he's making glances at a door, a side door in the library. They're subtle. It's more like an eye flick than a full look, but you do notice that he is taking those glances. So you ping that door that is sort of notice. He gives you rough directions to the head of the library, and yeah, basically says occupy yourself, explore, look for clues, basically start the job, and when the head of the library is ready, they'll come fetch you. So off this cavernous room, there is a multitude of doors. It is enormous. So you can pick a door, any door, and start exploring, basically. There is people bustling around everywhere. There are people running along with stacks of books. There are people with like Tensor's floating discs behind them, with books stacked on top, floating behind them as they run down hallways. There are like magical orbs floating around behind them to keep lights on books while they're reading as they're walking. And yeah, coming in and out of rooms, left, right, and center. It's almost like a Scooby-Doo scene where like one person this way, and then that person comes back, and it's all over the place. It's a bit of chaos, but there does seem to be an order to the chaos. Not that you can discern, though.
And what is our goal here? What are we supposed to be doing?
Your
if
goal
we can
is-
start opening doors.
Basically, you are looking for clues for threats on the library. The job you took was that there was a considered threat on the library. They believe that there was an endangerment to the library, or someone was trying to steal something from the library or harm the library. And your quest was to basically investigate, find clues, find what you could see about where this threat is coming from,
All
and
right.
if you could stop it.
Do we have any? Do we have any leads yet?
Nothing yet. Nothing at all.
Okay.
Other
What
than
was the name of the guy who sent us in here?
that you took the job, the posted the job.
The-
Archibald
yeah.
Archibald Renthorn.
Okay. All
I
right.
think we should go see Archie.
Yeah. I think I turn to the guys as well, and I'm like, "Oh, Mr. Grande, Thimblebright, do you notice how there's he was looking at that door back in there? Did you guys see that?
I wouldn't look into it too much.
No, it's nothing. You reckon it's nothing?
I
He
did
would have
see
told
that.
us if we'd go in there to investigate if there was something worth seeing.
What's he up to? I reckon he's a little fishy. That one. What do you reckon, Mr. Grande?
I reckon we go to the door.
See?
See what we can find.
I think we would have been instructed to go to the door if there was something behind the door. We could steer clear of the door.
Come on. This is this guy is the beauty and the beat. All right. So can we just please pay him a little bit of respect?
We'll open the door, perhaps, and if there's nothing of interest, we will close the door.
I shuffle to the door.
Beautiful. You pop over to the door, and as you sort of walk to the door, you notice a couple of people enter the doorway, a couple of people exit. Like it is a thoroughfare. People are entering and exiting. As you walk over, I'm assuming that you guys walk through. If people are walking in and out,
Before we go in, can you just give us the physical description of everyone walking in and out the door? Anyone of any dodgy looking individuals coming in and out of the door?
you see an unnaturally similar walking gait from every person walking in and out of that door. And now that you sort of think about it, everyone in the library walks the same. Everyone's wearing the same cloak. There's differences. There's elves, there's dragonborn, there's all sorts of people. But you do notice everyone has the same gait. Everyone's walking the same. Except for a couple. There's a couple of people that are outliers that aren't. But your keen adventurer sort of senses go, hold on. That's really weird.
Do we all notice this?
I would say no. I would say Thimblebright notices this.
Okay. What do I do with that information? Is the question.
Whether Thimblebright says that to the party or not is up to Thimblebright.
Very, very astute posture of everyone in this docile.
Yeah,
premises.
I think pointed out, you the other two you would notice as well. And almost robotic.
Oh yeah.
Because it looks natural when it's one person, but when it's more than one, it's robotic and it's weird.
It is not beautiful. I shall teach them how to walk.
As he struts through
As
the...
he struts by.
Is there anything interesting about this door that we approach? Any little sign of what the door is before we go into it? Just a door? I don't care. If there's just a door, we'll swing it open.
It's, sorry, Derek, are you planning to wade into this group of people and try and teach them how to dance? Like how to break them out of their...
Yeah, how to
try and
walk
break
properly.
them out of their thing?
How to walk beautifully.
Okay, give me... Ooh.
I just woke up somewhere else. Everybody stop. Your walking is disgusting. I shall teach you how to do it properly.
Vector and...
Vector runs over and places the songstone down. My dear people, you are in for a treat. It is my
Shut your
friend,
faces and listen.
the sovereign of Step himself. It's Hector Grande.
Okay, everybody, first, you must loosen up. Shimmy, everybody, shimmy.
give me a performance. Yeah, give me a performance roll. Give me a performance.
He's gonna roll 30.
22.
22. You see them all shimmy. They all shimmy in time with you. There's about 4 that have actually you've caught the attention of, and they all shimmy in time with you. Now, Vector and Thimblebright, can you make the insight checks for me? Insight or perception, whatever you wish.
It's a 17 on insight.
Thimblebright.
What was that doing? I got too
Insight
excited.
check.
I was reading through all of my spells and I got way too excited. check.
Insight or perception is what we want.
Insight's right. 19. So sorry.
19, beautiful. I would say Thimblebright, you notice that all 4 people shimmy exactly the same as Hector did. Almost in unison, like it is yet again quite robotic.
You're the best kind of teacher, Hector. Look at him go.
Amazing teacher.
I am the master.
Mr. Grande, have you ever seen anyone pick it up so fast like that before? It's pretty impressive.
Never.
Is
Because
it weird, maybe? Is this weird?
It is a bit. Because the way I learned, I am a prodigy, you see. The devil's footwork technique is a very rare and dangerous form of dance from the College of Bards. It is almost forbidden. But I pursued, and I got it.
It's forbidden, and we just decided to teach a bunch of people it here on the spot.
I didn't expect them to be able to do it so quickly.
So this is going to be a long, drawn-out endeavor, like several weeks, if not months, of teaching.
Yes. Potentially years. But see, I'm a prodigy. I picked it up quickly.
I'm going to activate my aura of protection, just out of general fear of what's happening. There's some weirds going on, so I'll put this aura on and figure out what it does when I turn it on.
Beautiful.
Hector is like, do you reckon this could be like a magic thing? I don't know about magic. Does anyone know about magic?
I think Thimblebright and Hector would have a vague
I
magic.
dabble.
I also dabble in magic. I'm mainly for dance.
It's magic when you move, Mr. Grande.
Thank you, Victor.
Maybe, I don't know, could you like think magically about the situation to see if you could...
Jack wants you to roll an Arcana check is what he wants.
No, I don't know what you're saying. What's that?
Yeah, I'm going to detect evil and good.
Ooh.
Do it.
All right.
And I will do an Arcana check at a +2.
Lovely.
I
Give
did
it
it.
to me.
I got a 7.
This place is certainly magic. That's what you got from that. The swirling roof probably gave that away, but I mean, I would say that your detect evil and good. This spell gives you like an aura around every person. It gives you like a green aura for good and like a red aura for bad. Let's just say it's like a sliding scale, and around you it varies. It doesn't go quite red. It doesn't go quite green. It just sort of varies like normal people. Not everyone's good, not everyone's bad, but everyone has a shift. It's a karmic balance sort of thing. And nothing out of the ordinary pikes, I would say.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good information to retain.
I'm gonna walk up to one of the Actually, I'm just gonna strut and like dance over to one of the people in the actual crowd.
Yeah.
Why does everybody like walk the same? How did you pick up the shimmy so quickly?
You're trying to speak to one of the people that you taught the shimmy to?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. You see, sort of an elderly orc woman looks back at you or looks down at you. She's probably a bit taller than you are, and just sort of she goes, "Oh, are you the ones here about the recent disturbances?"
Yes, we are.
I'm afraid that wasn't answering his question.
I mean, you showed us the shoulders. We did the shoulders. I don't know what you want from us.
But you did it so perfectly. It's beauty. And your walking is so ugly.
I mean, that's rude of you. I'm assuming you're here for the job. For the.
How come you all walk the same? Is what I want to know here. What's going on with this whole moving exactly the same?
You see that, and as you sort of say that, like she sort of turns around and takes stock, and looks back and goes, "Oh, I guess we do. That's weird."
Yeah.
That solves that problem.
And how come you all got the same cloaks on?
Oh, that's just a uniform.
That part makes sense.
Yeah, it's
Is
all
the
a
walking
big
uniform as well?
misunderstanding.
I didn't really notice that we wore. That's really weird now that you say that. And
What's
you see
your
it-
name?
My name is Burnwin.
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 But I mean, if you,
Weird name as well. This whole situation is weird.
I mean, I don't. And your name is?
It's not important. My name's weird.
No. You can't call my name weird and then not give me your name.
Look, Mr. Grande is here. It's not really appropriate to ask me about my
Grande.
name,
So he's
just-
Mr. Large.
Just please, just be careful with
Are you
your
referring to my
words
size?
right now. If you make
I'm
fun
referring
of
to your
Mr.
name,
Grande.
good sir. But like, look, if you're here about the disturbances, I wouldn't trouble yourself too much with these rumors. Renthorn has these ideas all the time. Like the restricted section's always been a little bit weird and quirky, and like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know why I put the job out.
Restricted section, you say?
I mean,
I
yeah.
don't like the sound of this restricted section.
Where is it?
Oh,
Can you show me?
southeastern side. It's like the door from right at the end. You'll need Renthorn to give you approval to get through there, though. No one will get through without his approval.
And where is this Renthorn?
I mean, he's the head of the library. Did they not take your trace when you came in and all of? They did. Though.
Yes.
Yeah. They will come get you when Renthorn's ready. He has appointments today.
How do we know you're not the disturbance?
I mean, I work here. I'm filing, and she like holds a tome up, and it's like a bestiary of a certain part of this land. She's like, I'm going to file. For some reason, this ended up in the alchemy lab, which I just came from, and I'm taking it over.
A likely
bestiaries.
story.
I mean,
The perfect crime.
you see it, like you see the door that keeps swinging open and closed as people are walking in and out, as like these alchemy potions are bubbling in behind the door and things like that.
Well, boys, looks like we've solved another one.
So you're saying this person was the cause of the disturbance,
I
Thimblebro?
think so.
All right. Well, come with me. You.
Berman's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I need to take my book. You can't just steal me. What do you think
you're
this
under
is?
arrest. I'm pretty sure we have arrest powers.
I pull out my manacles.
I mean, where are you even going to take me?
You have the right to remain silent, and that is
other
the only
things.
right we will give you.
We will
Yeah.
take you to Renthorn and hand you in.
She just looks at you all and goes, no.
I look
And
over
starts
at Vector.
walking and starts
I
like
look-
and starts like looking around for help at all of the other like people around.
I look over the Vector and grin. I love it when they run, and I would like to pursue this orc.
I imagine if you start actually approaching her, she would probably run, yes.
Well, that's what Thimblebright will do.
She starts sprinting down the hallway screaming for
And if
help.
I out athletics her and
All right,
train
let's
her
do
to
it. Let's
ground
do
and
it.
reprimand
Let's
her
do
for
it.
her
I'm
crimes.
gonna give her like a +1 to athletics. That's all I'm gonna give.
Fantastic.
While
that's-
this is happening, Vector says to Hector, he says, Hector, he's going to collect her.
That is a good one, Victor.
Thank you.
Very common.
Meets it, beats it. I also rolled an 11, or do you want to re-roll? Oh, you got +1 with you. You got a 12?
Yes.
She's out running me, boy.
You're like 3 foot tall.
no.
She's like 7.
She's quick.
So she's running down and she's screaming for help as that happens. And sort of as she's screaming for help, you notice that what looked like statues before lining the hallways, these sort of large enchanted constructs, big polished sort of stone, the same sort of runic symbols that were all over the front doors. They both sort of step forward, and say, cease.
Caesar, that's correct. That's the criminal.
Yeah, cease your running as well.
And they both like have their hands out. I'll let any of you make an insight check if you on these things just to see how much of a threat they are.
Are these good or evil? My good and evil is still hovering.
27.
They're not good or
These are-
evil. They are the most neutral. They don't even have an aura.
These are the threats.
I'll just
Magical
back.
statues.
I'll back Jack's roll there to refresh roll 20.
Cool. That's 27 from Jack. But Thimblebright and Hector, you think that these are probably like they're of no threat to you. You could probably get past these
Okay.
guys. Vector, you think these things would turn you to mincemeat,
Cool.
is what you think. You think that these would turn all three of you to mincemeat with little to no effort.
Mr. Grande, Thimblebright, ran into a few of these things in the war. Actually, they're pretty bad. These ones, they'll stomp you down. They'll do a bad scene. I've seen a guy just like half of him outside the stomp and the other half inside the stomp. It was pretty. It's I don't actually know why I'm telling you about this, but we should probably not. I guess.
Well, perhaps we'll head back to the door and you can tell us another one of your war stories.
You see the orc lady, Bernwyn, a little bit down, like probably a good couple hundred meters away, like hands on knees, panting heavily as she's seen that the golems have sort of intercepted.
Can I talk to the golems? Can I try?
Yeah, go for it. You can try.
Good.
All right, golems, we've been hired to take care of a disturbance, and clearly we just saw that woman just cause this huge disturbance. She just run down the whole hallway screaming. So seize her.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Anyone want to back me on this one?
Can I attempted to reprimand her for her crimes of acting odd, and yes, seize her at disadvantage.
No one's helping you. That is a natural one.
You got a 0, my guy.
You see that one of their hands starts glowing, and I think
Pump the brakes, golems. I was just asking. Look, clearly, this goes all the way to the top. This mystery. She's involved with the golems. Clearly.
but one of the golems You notice that they don't have meows, they don't move, they just emanate noise. Very similar to your song's tone. And as the sort of runic symbols glow, they say, "Attend your duties."
We're trying.
One of them, like, points towards a door a little bit down the hallway.
Finally, some help. You guys should try some signs here. Some golems. You gotta wait till you cause a ruckus before you learn where to go. All right, are we all good to follow the stone guy's advice, guys?
Yeah.